Before the opening bell, U.S. indices closing mixed on Monday. Shares in semiconductors and semiconductor equipment, household and personal products, as well as diversified financials, they all closed lower, while shares in consumer durables as well as apparel, telecommunication services, and automobiles and components, those sectors gaining strength. On the economic docket, the Chicago Fed National Activity Index lowering to 0.1 in March. Market U.S. manufacturing PMI reaching a preliminary level of 56.5 in April, while U.S. services PMI slightly improving to 54.4 in a preliminary estimate in April, while existing home sales improving to 5.6 million units in March. Advancers ahead of decliners. 59% of S&P 500 constituents, they traded higher yesterday. Now, after the markets closed, Alphabet reporting first quarter diluted EPS of $13.33 versus $7.73 a year ago on revenue up 26% year over year to $31.15 billion. Net income jumping 73% year over year to $9.4 billion. While TD Ameritrade reporting second quarter adjusted EPS rising 66% year over year to 73 cents on net revenue of $1.42 billion. This as new client assets grew 8% to $22.2 billion. Turning overseas, the Asian markets mostly higher today, the Nikkei rising 0.86%, the Hang Seng up 1.25%, China's CSI 300 rising more than 2%, and South Korea's Kospi down 0.4%. European markets are mixed, and U.S. futures calling for a positive start. In terms of expectations today, Verizon Communications, that is on the upside as first quarter EPS is seen at $1.11. Coca-Cola first quarter EPS seen at 46 cents, and 3M first quarter EPS seen at $2.50 on sales of approximately $8.2 billion. While on the economic docket, 9 o'clock in the morning, we have the February FHFA Housing Price Index, as well as the S&P CoreLogic Case-Shiller 20-City Index for the housing. At 10 o'clock in the morning, we also have March new home sales figures and the April Richmond Fed Manufacturing Index. Turning over to the markets, the S&P 500, that sees its key resistance at 2682.25. The Nasdaq, meanwhile, sees the downside prevail, and that's in focus this morning. As long as 67.27 is the resistance, there is a likely decline to 66.17. Short positions below 67.27 are favored, with targets at 66.17 and 65.82 in extension. And lastly, the Dow Jones capped by a negative trend line.